Hey guys, Mars Singing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at the STR Carnival Goku in the Cell Max event. So this is one of the few events, I think, that could be an issue for this unit, depending on how the first few turns actually go, right? Because like, I really like this unit, I'm having a lot of fun using him, but you have to get those hits in on him early enough for him to be able to survive later on, essentially, right? And you want to get the Scouter, very powerful ability. To max out his passive, he needs to get hit 5 times. So the good thing about the Cell Max event is that in the first 2 phases, he doesn't really hit very hard, right? So we don't have to worry too much about putting Goku in front of the attacks. It's more so the fact that the first 2 phases don't really have a lot of HP, so unless we deliberately stall, which we might, depending on how the attacks pan out over the next turn or two, we might end up getting to the tech phase before this Goku gets all of the hits in that he needs. Because if we do get all 10, then, the first turn of the tech phase that he's coming in on, he's got that Scouter effect. That's obviously incredibly useful, because this event, even now with some of the newer units that are coming out, like, it's still, what, 90% plus of units in the game, possibly even 95% to be fair, just get killed by his super attack. So having an ability where we know where it is, then obviously massively helps you out for that turn, right? So look at Pan dodging the super, that's what we like to see. Let's float off you. There's no way we don't kill him here, obviously, so we might as well you'll get 1 key from getting hit at the start, so we'll get the 18 key super off with Vegeta and Trunks here, so that they can get at least one of the stacks of their defense. But especially because the next phase is physical, that's going to make it a little bit more tricky. Like, if one of these first 2 phases was AGL, we'd have even more time to build up Carnival Goku, because the thing is, he's going to do a lot of damage in the physical phase, but because of how weak these first 2 phases are, even if he was AGL, he wouldn't be doing like a huge amount of damage to Goku. So let's see. So we've got, there's a group attack in slot 1, and then there's 1 in slot 2 here, so that's 4 attacks if we put him here, and then there's 1, is that 1 group attack? Yeah, so that'd be 5, and we took, what, 4 in the first turn, so that means we can't get them all here. And if we were to put him in the middle, it's only 4, because, yeah, there's 2 group attacks before. So we'll do this. I think then, yeah, what we'll do is we'll go for minimal key on everybody. Try not to do too much damage here. And then obviously try and do the same thing again in the next turn. Because ideally, we want Goku to get these last hits in. Because that was hit number 5. Now Goku obviously gets his attack. 7.7. So we're trying to hold back with him, and he's still super good. Just noticing like hands on huge massive. But anyway, yeah. So Goku, even holding Goku back, he still does like solid amounts of damage. Obviously, he's going to tank all of these hits because he's physical anyway. Vegeta and Trunks still have their guard. See, I think that's one of the interactions I really like between the STR Carnival Goku and this Vegeta and Trunks, is they do share, I think, is it 5 links? Yeah, they share 5 links, which is pretty good. And obviously Vegeta and Trunks, once their guard has run out, they want to be in slot 1. But before it does, you can go ahead and put Carnival Goku in slot 1 if it means that he's going to take more hits to build up that passive. And then once he's built up, you just swap them back around. Vegeta and Trunks want to be in slot 1. And of course, as great as they are still defensively, like, he's giving them an extra 50% defense, which, of course, that all adds up. Like, there's a very solid amount of defensive power that they're going to have. So, alright, so let's do this. If I get 3 orbs from Majin Vegeta, is that possible? Yeah, because then he gets extra defense, but he doesn't get his... doesn't get the extra damage reduction, but it means we don't super with him, which potentially stops us from doing big damage to Cell. Because if we could actually get him to survive this turn, then it means we can get Carnival Goku's last hit in before we get to the tech phase. So it all depends what Vegeta and Trunks do here, because obviously they can do these additional supers. As long as they don't get crits, they won't do too much damage. So, alright, perfect. And then just an additional normal. The only thing that we will potentially get hurt by here a relative amount is if Pan doesn't dodge some of these attacks, but there we go. And there's what? Yeah, one more group attack here. Because yeah, Vegeta and Trunks and Majin Vegeta, they don't care. They're type disadvantage attacks, and then Pan gets the dodge. That's perfect. So yeah, we're going to be able to keep... Oh, okay, well, of course he had to super Majin Vegeta. I think he will take damage from this, right? Yeah, see, if we got the super, and especially if we got 6 orbs, we wouldn't really have taken damage from that at all. But it is what it is. Now, all we have to hope for on the next turn is that there's actually attacks in slot 1. Because I'm pretty sure Carnival Goku only needs to get hit once now. So, yeah, perfect. Oh, wow, yeah, there's plenty of attacks in slot 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. We might as well just let Carnival Goku finish him off here. So we can grab these, get a load of this HP back, and then... I mentioned this on one of the previous runs. I think it was the Broly one, right? Using God Goku on this team as a slot 3 floater is really useful. Like this phase, not specifically, but just so that he covers that back end of the turn. And it stops you getting into those situations where your slot 3 unit eats a super at the end and you die. Because obviously... in these events where we're bringing God Goku, he's not going to take any damage in the 3rd slot, especially because he gets defense on super as well. So as good as he is as a slot 1 unit, his defense is even better once he's actually super attacked. So 11 million for Carnival Goku, obviously going to finish him off here. We got all the hits we needed and more in slot 1, so he's fully built up now. So all we have to hope for now here is that we don't get supered with no dodge on the gods in slot 3, and then we should be okay. So I need to ideally try and save some rainbow orbs for them, but I do need Vegeta to get... Well, just getting the 3 key, he would still live a super attack, I'm pretty sure. Because he has the damage reduction that he gets just from there being a Trunks on the team. We're not getting enough key to get the action break, though, or the additional super, so that could be unfortunate. Hopefully the gods will just come through with the dodges in the last slot, and then we should be fine. He's super attacking Vegeta and Trunks right off the start, so 418k, damn. That's the thing, obviously, we tried to stall earlier on, so he sacrificed like an 18 key super that we could have got with them to build up that little bit of extra defense. So I think we definitely are, we absolutely are relying on the gods to dodge here so that we can actually get through to the next turn. And then we can just go ahead and heal up. We have the Scouter ability active from the Carnival Goku. So the only thing is, of course, remember the Scouter ability, as incredibly useful as it is, it tells you where the super attacks are. But of course, depending on like the rotation you get and what units you have, that's not always going to help you survive the turn, right? Depending on where the supers are. Because we have units on this team that will get killed by his super attack if they don't dodge. For example, like Pan. There you go, look at that. The gods dodging the super there is perfect. Oh, okay. They still take 350k from a normal attack. Alright, so we'll run that back. We'll get to the tech phase where we actually have the Scouter effect. We almost got there, but this is the typical meme that I mention all the time, where we're trying to show a unit in the Cell Max event, and then the first turn of the tech phase, we don't have that unit on the rotation, and then we don't survive the turn. So we'll just come back once we actually have Carnival Goku on the turn. Okay, so here we are. We are back at the tech phase. Again, of course, I didn't get Carnival Goku on the first turn, but we had a very good rotation. Vegeta and Trunks with Majin Vegeta, and then Pan in slot 3. So we barely took any damage. Pan got the dodges. And this is actually a great turn, right? So I managed to get the 10th hit with Goku on the previous phase at the end of the physical phase. And look at this. What a perfect turn. We can see that the super attack is at the end in slot 3. And so this comes back to what I mentioned before about God Goku being a floater on this team being super useful, because he's going to take barely any damage now in the last slot. Because remember, everyone's getting 50% defensive support from STR Carnival Goku. So he's got 173k now. We're obviously going to, if we can, pick up the 2 rainbow orbs for him, which gives him another 77% defense. And then, of course, he gets, is it 30%? Yeah, 30% on super attack. So he's barely going to take any damage from this. So let's go ahead and put the active skill skip off, because I never get tired of watching this Carnival Goku active skill. I think this, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Big Bang attack, the LR, is still super close, I think, but I feel like this might be my new favourite animation in the game, this active skill. So good. and I've said it before and I'll say it again, but even though the active skill is literally just Goku shouting now and then everybody else going, "Ha!" I think it sounds really good. Like some of the global dub ones are not good, but I think this one is really good. So, and then of course we also get to take advantage of the fact that we get the extra key for everybody on the rotation. So Vegeta and Trunks and Carnival Goku now rocking full 24 key for the turn. And then, yeah, boom, we can get the 2 Rainbow Orbs for God Goku as well. So, one absolutely perfect turn. I mean, in a way, you could kind of argue that having the Scouter active on this turn didn't actually really give us any benefit, because this rotation is exactly how I would have played out the turn anyway. But knowing that the super attack is in slot 3 means that obviously we could play this turn out exactly the way we wanted to, knowing full well that we weren't about to get blasted by a super. Because as good as this STR Carnival Goku is, even if he triple super attacks here, he will probably die to a super attack from Cell Max, which, as I was saying at the beginning, there's, you know, that's most units in the game, so, you know, we wouldn't be expecting him to live afterwards. But remember, with the 24 key, we get a guaranteed additional, all of our attacks are crits, and then there you go, he tanks for double digits from the normal attacks. So that's where his value comes into play in this event, because if you can get the Scouter effect up before the end, now we can see that after he gets his double super, you don't even need the hidden potential one to come in. He will tank Cell Max for double digits. And so because you can see where the super attack is, you just put him where it isn't, and then he's not going to die. So that works out very, very nicely. So what I'm going to do here, let's transform... Oh, I should have put the skip off. I was going to say, I'm going to transform these guys just for the sake of them living at the end of the turn. But I am absolutely going to use Majin Vegeta's active skill here as well, and then just heal with the Senzu Bean. Because we probably could get a no-item run, and we've already seen a good showing from Carnival Goku, so it's not like we couldn't just end now, but obviously it would be good to actually end with, you know, beating the run successfully. So if we use Majin Vegeta's active skill, we will watch this one because Majin Vegeta's one's awesome. And then I'll put the skip back on and we'll probably just use the Gods one, because we might actually be able to kill him on this turn. And yeah, this Majin Vegeta active skill is still awesome as well. This is definitely up there with top active skills. Yeah, so, yeah, actually, yeah, we win, because he gets guaranteed crits for this turn now, doesn't he, as well? With active skills, where the unit then gets guaranteed crits for the whole of the rest of the turn, are so good, because there's almost no way he doesn't die now, because we're also going to do this for the Gods. They crit, so yeah, we should be all good here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 6 orbs, and actually it depends how these STR ones drop. Oh, perfect. There you go. GG. So let's get as much key as we can. There we go. With some extra rainbow orbs as well. So even if somehow he doesn't die this turn, the Gods are going to get their double super and they have a ton of dodge. So we shouldn't die here. But I think this will be game over. It depends how many additionals Vegeta and Trunks actually get off here. So 4 million on the additional 12 keys, pretty good. And that's... there's no support on this turn either. So... definitely very solid. And then Majin Vegeta. We are on low HP. Oh, I didn't even use the item, so I guess we are... wow, it's not really a no-item run anyway, is it? Because I used the Goku family support memory. So I wanted to juice up that Carnival Goku a little bit. Oh, there you go. Double super. I was going to say the Gods would have to finish it off, but Majin Vegeta... look how much damage Majin Vegeta did in this turn. We did the active skill, then double super that were all crits, and then the Gods can come in and take away that tiny sliver of health. So, yeah, there you go. That is STR Carnival Goku against the Cell Max event. And remember, as I've been saying in all of these Carnival Goku showcases, this is him not on a 200% leader skill as well. So, even on a 170 lead, with his passive built up, after getting his 2 supers, he tanks Cell Max for double digits, while providing everybody else on the rotation with 2 key and 50% defense. So I think that's very, very good. I am very impressed with this unit. Again, remember, mine is only 1 dupe as well. So, and he's already tanking that well against the normals. So very good performance, I think. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.